Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going through a list of 20 baby products that I've absolutely loved. My daughter Charlotte is 11 and a half months old now, so I've been through almost the first entire year of her life, and these products have been the top products that have really saved the day for me. Before we get started, if you're new here or haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing a part 2 of this video, which is baby products that I regret, plus baby products that I regret not registering for. So products that I would love to have for baby number 2 when that time comes. If you hit the bell notification, you'll know as soon as I upload that video later on this week. Let's get started. So if you see me glancing down, I have a notebook here of everything written down so that I don't forget anything. I'll go through everything. This is in no particular order. These are just all the products that I've absolutely loved being a first-time mom in my first year with my baby. So the first product I'm going to talk about is the Halo bassinet. The Halo that I had didn't have the sound options on it. It was just the basic Halo. I'll insert a picture above for you guys to see. I loved this bassinet. My bed is quite high, so my husband and I were really concerned about having a bassinet that was too low, especially if I ended up needing a C-section, which luckily I didn't, but if I did, we wanted to be able to have the baby close enough so that I wouldn't have to struggle through the night getting her in and out of the bassinet. So after much research, I decided on the Halo bassinet, so it was high enough to reach the top of our bed. It also has a side panel that if you push down on the side buttons, I believe, it's been a while since I've used it, the side panel goes down, so it makes it easy taking the baby in and out. I absolutely love this product. We used it until Charlotte was about 4 months old, and then she got a little tall for it, so we switched her over to her crib at that time, but I definitely recommend the Halo bassinet. The price tag is a little steeper than some, but it's not even close to what the Snoo costs, so I love it. The next product that I'm going to talk about is my glider. So in the nursery, I have a glider. I'll be doing a nursery tour probably within the next couple weeks, but I will insert a little clip here for you guys to see that. I absolutely love this glider. It's the Da Vinci glider. I got it from Bye Bye Baby, and it has the option to put the footrest up, so that's great. It has saved my life for middle of the night feedings, which surprisingly just stopped. And I've actually also fallen asleep there a couple times, so it's quite comfortable. The price point wasn't too bad compared to some gliders. I love the color. It matches her nursery so well. The next product I want to talk about is something that I feel like moms either love or hate. It's the Mamaroo. I loved the Mamaroo. I was a little skeptical about it at first just because the price point was a little steep. Watched a lot of review videos on it, and a lot of moms weren't impressed with it. Their babies didn't like it. Luckily, Charlotte loved it. So she would just go in it. She didn't sleep in it very often, which is kind of a good thing now that I think of it, because she didn't rely on having to sleep in a swing, which a lot of babies do. It was just chill in it. She'd stare at the little balls over top, and when I was cooking in the kitchen, I would just put her in it and move it over so that she could see me, I can see her. And she used that thing probably until she was about 6.5 months old, and then we packed it up because she was on the move at that point and didn't want to be in anything anymore. Like I said, I love the Mamaroo. I'm gonna try it for my next baby. I know that all babies are different, so my next baby might not like it, but I definitely loved it this time around. The next product that I want to talk about is the Skip Hop Activity Jumperoo. So originally I had my eye on an Exercaucer and a Jolly Jumper. The good thing about this Activity Jumperoo is it's an Exercaucer and a Jolly Jumper in one. So I live in a condo. Even though our condo is big, we still don't have a whole ton of space here. So the Jumperoo allowed me to just have that all-in-one contraption without having 2 baby products. The other nice thing about it is it actually folds up. It's great for storage. Charlotte loved this thing. She was jumping in it all over the place. It had the toys around it so she could play with the toys. This could just go into the middle of the floor, and it was kind of like 2 things in one. The next product that I love is the Diaper Genie. So I was a little not skeptical about getting a Diaper Genie, but I was just like, okay, well, if there's a dirty diaper, I'll just go run down the hall and put it down the chute. Yeah, in the early days with a newborn, that wasn't happening. You're lucky if I was properly dressed to be able to go down the hall to do that. So the Diaper Genie saved the day. I only had to empty it every couple days. At first I told myself, no, I'm definitely going to be emptying this thing every day because, it's gross and I don't want to smell it. You literally don't smell anything. Sometimes when you open it, depending on how many dirty diapers are in there, you might smell something, but it does keep the smell contained so well. The only downside I will say is the bags and the carbon filters that you have to buy can get pricey, but now that Charlotte's a little bit older and not going through diapers as often, it's not a huge cost like it was in the beginning. And luckily I did get some backups at my baby shower, so I really haven't had to buy many refills myself. The next thing that I've loved is the pack and play. So I remember back in the day, pack and plays, it was just like a standard playpen type thing. They would nap in it, they would play in it. It was a great contraption. However, now the pack and plays that they have are actually nursery centers. They're amazing. So this saved us in the newborn days when we went to my parents or my in-laws. It had the bassinet feature on it as well as the changing table feature. I loved it. The next thing I'll talk about is my stroller. So I have the Juvie Cool stroller. It converts to a double stroller. It has a huge basket. I love my stroller. I really, really wanted the UPPAbaby, but was not impressed with the price tag on the UPPAbaby. So I did my research. I tried to find a stroller that had similar features to the UPPAbaby. This has a lot of the same features as the UPPAbaby, and it's probably a third of the cost. So I'm extremely happy with my stroller. I like the fact that it does convert to a double. So down the road, when we have a second baby, I'll have the option to be able to put both of them in. The two downsides I will say about the stroller is A, it's heavy, and B, it's big. So if you have a small car, it might not work for you, but overall, I love my stroller. The next thing that I want to talk about is our convertible car seat. So we have the Graco Extend to Fit convertible car seat, and we love it. We switched Charlotte over to a convertible car seat when she was about 4.5 months old. Reason being, I hated our bucket car seat. But I'll talk about that in my next video of baby product regrets. So the convertible Graco Extend to Fit car seat is great. It's spacious, it's comfortable. It does rear face up to 50 pounds, so you can have your child in it longer rear facing, which is the safest option. And then you can also forward face it up to 65 pounds. So I believe the car seat is good up until you just need that little booster that sits on the seat. We were going back and forth between this and the Graco Forever, but for having one other option in the Graco Forever, we just couldn't justify spending that much more money on it. The Graco Extend to Fit goes on sale on Amazon all the time. We got it at a great price on Prime Day, and we love it so far, and Charlotte seems to love it too. Next thing I'll talk about that I loved is the muslin swaddle blankets. Muslin, I'm still not sure how you say that properly. This one is an Aiden and an I love these swaddle blankets. To be honest, have used them for pretty much everything but swaddling. I just was never good at swaddling. My husband Michael is a pro swaddler, but I could never get the hang of it. But anyway, these are great multi-purpose blankets. I will put them over Charlotte as a light blanket when she's sleeping. It's breathable, so it's safe. I've used them as nursing covers. I've used them as change pads. I've used them as anything but their actual purpose. I prefer these over receiving blankets. The more you wash them, the softer they get, and yeah, these have been a staple for me and still are. I still find ways to use them even now. So speaking of swaddles, I will talk about what we did use as swaddles mostly when Charlotte was being swaddled, and we used the Velcro swaddles. So Charlotte hated the process of when we were actually swaddling her, but once she was swaddled, she was fine. The Velcro ones just made it so much easier for me because I don't know why I was having such a hard time swaddling. I could never get the blanket tight enough around her. She kept breaking out of it. The Velcro swaddles helped to hold her in there a little longer without her being able to break out. After a couple months though, she started wanting to self-soothe with her hands, so that's when I switched over to this type of swaddle. So it's still a swaddle, it still helps with the Moro reflex. However, the baby's hands go up into this part here and they can just use this to self-soothe. So she really liked this. However, she was only in this for about a month and then she started rolling over. So they recommend once your baby starts rolling over, they should not be swaddled anymore. Moving on to the next product, still focused on sleep. Once Charlotte was out of the swaddles completely, we transitioned her to sleep sacks. So they don't recommend blankets in the crib with your baby until they're a year old. So for that reason, they make sleep sacks, sleep bags, whatever you want to call it. We personally have loved the Halo. Halo seems to be our brand. The previous swaddle that I showed you was also Halo. It just basically zips here. You put the baby in, you zip it, and it zips down. It's great because when you unzip it, you unzip from the bottom and it makes diaper changes in the middle of the night a lot easier. So we're still using the sleep sack, even though Charlotte is almost a year old. Just because she does kick blankets off, the sleep sack ensures that it's going to stay on all the time and it's going to be warm. So still on the topic of sleep, one thing that I wish I had more of, and I definitely won't make the same mistake for baby number 2, I wish I had more zippered sleepers. Okay, I got so many button sleepers, and do you know how hard it is to unbutton sleepers in the middle of the night to try and change diapers? Zippers are so much easier, and in fact, when baby number 2 comes around, I think I'm going to try and find sleepers that unzip from the bottom, so it's just a quick, easy diaper change. I found with the sleepers that button up, she was getting too stimulated in the middle of the night, having a harder time going back to sleep after the diaper change, so zipper sleepers all the way. And even as they get older, it's like wrestling an alligator when you change a diaper, so the zipper sleepers just make it quick and easy and done. The next thing I will talk about, I don't have it here to show you guys because Charlotte is currently napping and using it, is a white noise machine. This is a saving grace, guys. Get a white noise machine. At the beginning, I didn't have a white noise machine. We were trying to use this soothing lullaby music. No, that's way too stimulating for a baby in my opinion. We got the white noise. It works great. She still uses it. I do not see us getting rid of it anytime soon. When we're on the go, I have an app on my phone that I'll put in the stroller to help her go to sleep. It's great, especially living in a condo where the walls are thin and her room is just right next to our family room. I do definitely recommend getting yourself a white noise machine. I will link all of the products that I show in this video today or talk about in this video today down below for you guys if you're interested in anything. The next thing I will talk about, I'm sure you've heard this on so many videos, but it really is amazing, kind of gross, but amazing, is the Nosefrida. It is great. All you do is this hose thing, you put it in the baby nose and you're literally sucking out their snot. It works like a charm. So at the beginning, I was trying to use that little, I don't even know what you call it, suction thing that you just press. It looks like a mini turkey baster. That thing sucks. The Nosefrida is a game changer and I definitely recommend it, as gross as it is. Next is Charlotte's bathtub. So we had a summer infant warming waterfall bathtub. It is good up until 30 pounds, so it can go from newborn stage to toddler stage. We recently only took her out of it. Just to be safe, we now have her in the regular bathtub, but this thing is great. It came with a little cloth to cover the baby up when they're little and a little sling part that you just lay them on. Behind their back is this warm waterfall, so it's constantly keeping them nice and warm in the water. I love this thing. Charlotte loves the bath, and I'm convinced that this is part of the reason why she loves baths so much. Moving on to food. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Baby Brezza baby food maker. So this thing is great. I didn't make all of my baby food, but I tried to make as much as I could. The nice thing about this is it's nice and easy. It steams and blends your food. So I would just cut up the vegetables or even meats, it even steams meats, and throw everything in for the puree that I'm making. It came with a recipe book that would tell me the timings for everything, and I would just put in the time, it would steam, and then it would blend on its own. It was such an easy process for me. I really enjoy this thing. I'm not making purees anymore because Charlotte doesn't really eat purees anymore, but I still do use it as a steaming function and even sometimes the blending function. When we started feeding Charlotte purees, we always made a mess just because it was so hard trying to get the spoon into her mouth. But now that she is eating all finger foods on her own, we definitely needed a way to tackle the huge mess that it makes. 3 meals a day and a couple snacks, the food really accumulates all over the place. So I was trying out a few different bibs. I finally found this wide bib here. I love it. It catches so much food. It goes high up on the neck, so it prevents the food stains from around the neck area on the clothes. And I do definitely recommend getting yourself a few of these, especially when the baby starts feeding themselves. We also have a smock style. That one is good too. However, I don't find it goes high enough up on the neck, so it's still getting a lot of food stains on her clothes around the neck area. So this has been the best thing for us so far. Like I said, this catches so much food and it helps contain the mess. The next thing is the Boone drying rack with flower and twig accessories. This thing is great. It is literally, I'm sure you've seen it, it's like looks like grass and you get these accessories. I love this drying rack. You can throw it in the dishwasher. It's easy to wash. It has the accessories so you can hang all the small pieces, the nipples and the rings that you put the nipples in, and even my pump parts. I feel like if I didn't have the organization of this drying rack, I would have lost so many things. Also, it looks super cute on the countertop. The next thing that I definitely recommend if you're nursing, and even if you're not nursing, is getting yourself a nursing pillow. So this one here is the Jolly Jumper brand. However, it's very similar to the Boppy. I did use this to nurse a lot of the time, but to be honest, most of the time I would just put a muslin swaddle blanket over this and Charlotte would just lounge on it. And I love it, and like I said, even if you're not nursing, I do definitely recommend getting yourself one of these, even as a lounger. I believe Boppy makes one that's also closed in, so that's probably more of an actual lounger type, but hey, and either one works. The last thing that I'm going to talk about that has been essential for me is a Diaper Caddy. So this one is the one I have. I believe the brand is Trend Lab. I just got it from Bye Bye Baby. I keep diapers, wipes, and Vaseline or any other diaper creams in here, and I just carry it out into the family room with me. I don't change Charlotte on her change pad in her room anymore just because she moves so much, and we had the change pad on the dresser. I'm just a nervous wreck about everything, so I just bring a change pad or a muslin swaddle blanket out here, change her on the floor, and I have all of her stuff here that I need for her. So yeah, definitely recommend a Diaper Caddy. This is also especially great if you live in a 2-story or more house, because then you don't have to go up and down the stairs to change your baby. You have everything right there. Those are my top 20 baby products that I've loved in my first year of being a mom. I hope you guys were able to get some recommendations from this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.